The Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the Internet itself. We worked hard. It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me, and I want to thank you.
You knew that was coming. Joining us now is the author of the aforementioned Genius Act, Senator Bill Hagerty. You know, Senator Hagerty was going to say that, just as a matter of how fast he was going to say it. Now, stepping back from it, I know you've been a big advocate of this. What is this? Does this put the United States back in the lead of cryptocurrencies? Is this a technological thing? Is this a monetary thing? Are we elbowing out the Federal Reserve? You tell me.
Well, let me just start with the very basics, Larry. What this does is it takes a payment system that was designed in the 1970s out of business. We go into the blockchain, much more efficient, much more effective. So trades that took 5-10 days to clear now can be done almost instantaneously. So if you think about the working capital that comes out of the system, the counterparty risk that goes away, the currency risk if you're doing a cross-border transaction, all of that is minimized because of the rapidity of the transactions that will be allowed. In terms of the impact on the dollar and on treasuries, I think that's going to be very significant too. Scott Bessent would underscore this, I think, that the demand for U.S. treasuries is going to go up significantly. In fact, every projection shows that stablecoin issuers will become the largest holders of U.S. treasuries because every stablecoin in America has to be backed dollar for dollar by a U.S. Treasury or cash. So you know that's going to stimulate Treasury demand. That's going to have a great impact on rates, bringing them down. It'll help the Treasury Secretary manage, I think, much better. And as we look at the environment that we're in right now with rates, I think, too high, the cost of our debt too high, this is going to be a definite help. And in terms of dollar dominance, this is going to be great for America too.
That's where I was going. So Bitcoin's, it's 117,000. I'm just going to call it 120,000 in round numbers. Yep. It's had a tremendous run. Ethereum has, some of the good ones have, and these are the stable coins you're talking about. But Senator Hagerty, what will this do to the reserve currency status of the U.S. dollar?
It will cement the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency of the world, because if you think about it, Larry, people around the world would much rather own a decentralized U.S. dollar-denominated currency that they know is backed up by U.S. treasuries than a Chinese yuan currency that's centralized and controlled by their government, than a euro, again, controlled by their government. This is going to be a far better product, and I think what this does is it takes us from being on our heels, which is where we were in the last 4 years, the way the Biden administration basically waged war on the industry. We've moved into the 21st century now, and the